Just we discussed about how to access APN, how many type of users are there, and what are the default groups are there in APN. Now we can discuss different portals in APN, how many portals are available in APN. So we can discuss each and every portal. Okay. So first one, tempo. Second one, design. Third one is designer. Fourth one is admin. How many portals are available in APN? Four portals. Tempo, design, designer, and admin. Clear. So first one is tempo. Tempo is nothing but it's end user portal. Means user can access from this portal. By default portal is there, that is a tempo. This portal is end user portal. User can access from this portal only. To create a request, to update a request, to cancel anything. So any kind of operations we can do from the tempo. Why? Because it is an end user portal. Clear. And second one is design. So design portal is useful to create an application. Create applications. So who can access this portal? Developer. Okay, nothing but designer. Appian developer can use design portal to create application in Appian. So you have to provide a software access using a URL and password. Once they log into the system, they have a different portals. So, for example, if you get an access, you can get and see different portals. In that design portal is used for creating an application. Okay, and third one, it is also a designer portal, like developer portal only. So here to debug applications. To be a application business flows. Each and every application have a different flows, like different actions, different scenarios. So you want to debug each and every flow or each and every scenario, you can go with designer. Okay, how the value is persisting. So whatever the values you are sending, so those values are coming correctly or not. Is it saving in DB or not? You want to check any debug flow or debug details or process details or anything, go for the designer. It is also design developer portal where developer can debug your application flows or application actions. Fourth one is admin. Fourth one is admin. Here, so admin can do all kind of operations like logo settings. Okay, admin activities. You can perform admin activities. So for your project, logo setting, color setting. For example, you have a user account. What is the length of the password? Who will create that length of the password? Who will restrict that? Admin can restrict from the admin portal. Okay, who will create user? Admin can create from the admin portal. So admin portal is useful creating an account, creating a DB connections. Okay, and giving a logo and branding and everything. And what are the pages are required? What is the password length and all. Okay. And apart from this, any you have, for example, if you are connecting for any other third-party systems, they can upload client certificates. Okay. Such soap service you can publish from the admin console. So different operations you can perform from the admin console in the admin point of view. Okay. The administration point of view, you have to do different kind of activities in admin. Here we have a soap 4 portal, tempo, design, designer, and admin. So I said basically two user type, right? Basic and admin. Basic and administrator. So when you create a two users, by default, basic user can access tempo. only basic user for now, just as well. An administrator can access all. Okay, administrator can access all the portals. Means is a super user, I can say. So admin can access tempo, design, designer, and admin. So only basic user can access only end user. So they don't get other access. For end users, we will give you only basic. But who can access these two portals? Means developers, right? But there is no developer type in APN. There is no developer type to create APN account in your environment. So in this case, they have provided two groups, right? Designers. You have to add basic user into this group. Okay. You can add basic user into this group. Who will add? Generally, admins can add. You have to request admins. So they can add basic users into this developers group, designers group. Then the basic user is a general end user, right? So the basic user will get an access for this one. So we can say that leads to like a designer. We can call as a designer. Okay. Basic user, administrator, two users, and one more user is there that is designer, but it's not that in the application admin portal. But you can give extra access to the basic user by adding into a designer group. So then we can call as a designer. So designer can access this one because he also have a basic user rights, and he can access this one and he can access this one. But designer won't get access for this one. Designer won't get access for admin. Clear. So we are learning as a developer training. So you can access this three here also. Tempo, design and designer. Clear this. So tempo, design and designer. You can access from the designer side. Okay. So now what the tempo contains? What is the design and designer content? We'll see now. Okay. The first thing, tempo. It's an end user portal, I said. Okay. So tempo nothing but it's an end user portal guys. Generally, what is the URL you can use generally for the tempo? So your URL, like for example, you're working for HDFC, /c, it is common for every URL. Like you have to use append of tempo. So how can you access with URL? So your URL of your company or whatever you give that URL. So after that URL, you have to append /tempo. /tempo means we can able to access tempo. Similarly for design, we have to use this URL common. Here also designer and admin. So how to navigate means we have to use URL. After the URL, you have to add or append, you can say /tempo. And directly there is an option to go there, but still you can use this URL to navigate to the particular portal. Clear? Now, tempo, first one. So tempo is an end user portal. How many tabs are there in tempo? It's kind of a website, you can assume, an APN, but by default website for end user portal. but there is no, because if you want to modify anything, it's impossible to do. It's by default, it's a standardized structure. You have to follow it. Okay. And your tempo contains 5 tabs. Sorry, tempo contains 5 tabs. Okay. How many tabs tempo is having? Like only 5. So first tab is news. So we go with actions, tasks, okay, actions, tasks, records, reports, and news. Total 5 tabs and a tempo. Clear? 5 tabs. Note it down. 5 tabs. Clear. First one is action. I'll show you the tempo. First one is an action. Okay. So actions here, nothing but you want to start any fresh flow, start any new request, want to begin the flow, business flow or scenario or case, any case you want to start. So go for actions. From the action, you can have a different application actions. So you can select those actions and you can perform any kind of operations. Like you want to request a credit card, you want to request a loan, or you want to raise a service request behalf of the user. In this case, these kind of operations you can do from the action tab. It's a brand new action means you want to collect any new data. Any new data, go for the actions. You want to collect any new data, go for actions. Remember, it's very important. So to start any new flow or any business flow, you want to create any new request, you want to create any new record, always go with actions. Actions are useful to start the flow. Start any business case or business scenario. Clear? So now see, I said right URL /tempo. That is a common to access. First one is actions. You can see. So I said 5 tabs, right? News, records. So first one is actions. In the actions, you have so many. All are applications. In the real time, maybe you will get 1 or 2 application access. If you are admin, you will get all the application access. So based on the security, they can give different accesses to you. Okay. So when you get an access here, you can start the any start flow you want. If for example, I like this flow, I can make as a start mark. So then when you click on the start, it will be available here. Or else I belongs to particular application here. So I can get like this. So for this application, in real time end user can have only one application access. So they can see directly the application actions from the applications under the actions tab of the tempo. Clear? So from here, any user can start the flow if he had an access. And similarly, a second one is a task. Second one is a task. So tasks are nothing but like, so you will see assigned task and a task tab. For example, so, so I've sent a loan request or I have applied a loan request. I have created any service request from the actions. So it should be assigned to some other, right? Some other person or guy or some other group, or it is a self-assigned. If it is a self-assigned task, you can see from the task tab. If it is a self-assigned task, you can see from the task tab. And or else you can see For example, you are the approver. Okay, means you have to give some approval. Means that you have to send some approval for different requests. But end user can access, or the end user can request from the actions. Then second level will be assigned to you, for example. So in that case, from where you can see those all the requests who are requested and all. So you can see from the task. From there you can open a task, you can approve or reject the task. So see from the task, you can see assigned activities assigned to me by default. If you send to any other, so that is okay. Start if you like anything, you can make it as a star. These are all the reports guys. Task reports we'll cover later. And by default they have given open, closed, any task are open, any task are closed. So deadlines also today within 7 days overdue based on your task deadline. Okay. But important, you have to go for the task only, get the task details like assigned task details. You can perform on that task. Either you can approve it or cancel it or reject it. Any kind of operations you can do on your own task. Why? Because it is assigned to you. For example, if it is assigned to the group of people, yes, you can get from the task, but you can accept it, you can complete the task. For example, it is assigned to the managers group. You are a member of the manager groups. Okay. So Viper's one of the member here. So you can open your task, you can accept it, you can complete it instead of others. Clear? So there is a relationship between actions and tasks. When you start an action, if it is a self-assigned, always it will come to the task. Remember? Always it is come under task. Or else if you start an action, so it is assigned to the any manager. So manager can see from each login under the task tab approval request. So for example, so you can get the task, you can open a task, you can complete the task. Clear? That is the task tab. Actions and tasks are correlated. Third one is records. Third one is records. From the records, from the records, you can see all the information about the particular detail. For example, here I can take like records are nothing but it's kind of data. So how you can organize, how you can display. That is you can say the records. So particular information about any object. Okay. So here employees, loan request, service request, so different kind of it is like credit card request and any kind of request, a leave request. So any kind of request, you want to see that information. So how many requests are raised, how many are completed, how many are pending. Do we want to cancel the request? Do we want to update the request? So you want to perform any kind of operations on a particular record or on a particular object. So always go with the records. Okay. Always go with the records. So records means like you can have every information about any object. Okay. Clear. So example, employees, loan request, loan details, any kind of. So just
Rishi, sorry to disturb you.
yeah.
Rishi, that means tasks are equal to records, no?
No, no, it's not. It's a task. Task are nothing but you can perform the action. Here, it's you don't perform the action. You can update the action. That is different. Okay. You'll get a
With records,
request.
we okay.
We will display the information like any about like employee details or request details. On top of it, you can perform action. That is a different task. This is the different task. Okay.
Okay.
So records your employee details, any other details, any service request details. So you can pull from the database or else you can pull from the process. So we can cover in our session, right from the database concept. how we can pull the details and how we can display them to the end user. Let's see, like this. Someone is displaying like this. I'm not sure who is that. So you can display different users. You can access the users. Okay. So you can perform other operations on the users. So means you can see all the information, all the request details or particular object details in the backend table. Okay. That is under the records. For example, onboarding application is there. In the onboarding application, I want to see as an HR, here end user is who is the end user? HR is an end user because only business to business applications we can use for BPM tools. Okay. So here you can see, for example, employee details are there. I want to see as an HR, I want to see all the active employees or inactive employees, or else I want to delete that employee. I want to, for example, one employee got fired due to his background check or anything. So I want to cancel the employee. I want to update employee details. I want to make him inactive. Okay. Or else I want to update his designation. He got promoted to the next level. So I want to update his personal details, address details, any kind of medical insurance details if the required. So you can use records. From the records, you can open a particular record or a record of the particular type. So then you can perform any kind of operation on it. Okay. So that is possible from the records tab. Clear?
Rishi, in records tab, there is an button called create a new record. If you go and
Yeah,
please.
yeah. That I'll tell you later. Okay. Yes. That we have an action again. That is linked with this one. Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you that. I have a concept for the record.
Okay.
Okay. So in the records also we can do one performance. I said update and all the things, right? So there's a concept called a related actions. So from there you can update the data. So there is a question would be in interviews. What is the difference between action and related action? Like action, nothing, you can start a fresh flow. Related action, nothing but you want to perform anything on the existing record, you can go with the related actions. We'll see later that. Okay. For now you can understand records is nothing but you can display any kind of object information. You can perform any operations on that. You can open a particular record type. You can do any kind of like flow. Like you can see the details or you can update the details. You want to add the details. You want to start a new request from the records. Yes, you can. Okay. So coming to the reports, the reports also same, but employee information or loan request information, but in the format of pie charts. Bar chart regularly we'll see pie charts, bar charts and all. So we have a different charts, but regularly we will cover in the training too. Pie charts. So employees information, like out of 100 employees, I want to see how many are from testing, how many are from development, how many are on bench. If you want to maintain as per your requirement in the initial stages, you can find in the report. The report will be useful for the managers or stakeholders. So others like who can see all the information, the profit and loss, how many employees are joined in the last company, last 1 month or last 5 months, last 6 months. You may have a filters, and based on that you can get the different information in the reports. Okay, information. It is also same kind of information, but you are displaying in the graphical format, like graphical representation. Like we can say pie charts, bar charts, any table format, like nothing but grids, we can say. So when you are displaying the information, here you are displaying the information in the form of records, like table format. There you can perform different operations. Here you are displaying information, same, almost it is similar records and reports, but in the reports you can display the information in a different colors and all, like pie charts, bar charts, in a report format, not in a update format. Okay. So from the reports, we have a different reports again. So we'll talk about later. So from the reports, you can see all kind of reports. Okay. So all the reports are available here. Generally, when you click on this, right now it's an error is there. Okay, when you click on it, you will get this letter. And it will be dynamic report. We'll tell you this exactly. Fine is you can get the details from the database. You can pull the details from the database, or you can display into the report format. That is, you can access from the reports tab. So end user can access from the reports. So coming to this last one, a news tab. It's not that much useful. So it's not useful. Out of all, we will work with this four regularly. But they have given one more tab called a news tab. Okay. So from the news tab, you can post anything like it's kind of Facebook, it's kind of social activity you want to perform within the organization or within your project or accessing your application completely for end user, for developers. So they have given you want to post anything in your mind. You want to add participants who have an account within Appian. You want to add attachments. Not doing here. Okay, that will be posted again. So here you can add a participant, you can add attachments, and you can send a message like, "Hi, congratulations on your onboarding. Tomorrow we have a scheduled task is there. Please come on time." But no one will follow generally. Actually, still, if you want, you can post a message, your own message here under the news post. Similarly, you can send a private message to the particular person. You can have that particular account name, for example. So, James Baker, I want to send a private message. Okay, you'll get an email in the message. Okay, and you can add attachments too. And you can send a social task like this complete. I, James Baker, can you please complete the task? You will get the task, but it's not a active task. It's just information. You will get a information. Please complete this request as soon as possible. Please do this activity. Please come to mind. Any kind of basic social task you can perform from the task tab. Okay. And fourth one is a kudos. So one of your friend completed any certifications in APN or got promoted to the next level or anything. You want to give any appreciations or you want to give you want to congratulate him, just use kudos. You can select the person and just tell them like, "Hi James, congratulations on your certifications. Let's have a party like this." You want to send any private message, like any kudos, you can do from the kudos tab. Okay. So here you can give a kudos, then that would be displayed here. Apart from this, so when you are deploying any application from the when you are deploying any application from the developer portal, so you will get notifications here like the application is deployed, application is exported, application have error. So you can see means so will follow means admin can see regularly if you are doing any background activities. So automatically, so what are the system related activities are there? So those are all posted into the news tab. So you can see like this. You can make a comment of it and anything we can do, and we can perform this as news post with the dynamic operations from the process. How we can start a news post from the action from the records. We'll see later. For now, you can understand that news tab is useful for to collaborate the information and to give a social task to see all the updated activities from the admin side, or if you are doing any system activities, and automatically it will be posted in the news tab. You can see that. Okay, and all the updates of the news, if you are participating, if one is added into this particular news post, then you can get in the participation list. So someone is giving any kudos to him, will get the kudos. Okay, and if you like any post, you can make it as a star mark. From the star, you can see the post again and again. Okay, clear. So from here you can search anything like about any news based on the context. Okay, guys. So news out of all, so regularly in the real time, people will work on actions, record, tasks are related to the record actions only. Why? Because when you click on an action or when you perform anything, then only the task will be generated. If it is assigned task. So regularly we can work on records and actions. So reports also it's a one-time requirement. So when you get a report, you will create one-time reports. That is useful throughout the process. Okay. So performance like adding, updating, deleting, closing. You want to do any kind of operation, always focus on actions and records. Clear? Apart from that, so yeah. So here right side we have user account, profile, settings. You can sign out from here from this website. And you can see, so you can access the designer. Okay. So they have introduced recent EPN RPA. This EPN has their own RPA. If you are interested to go for RPA technology like Blue Prism and all, so you can learn EPN RPA. So you can use with the IPN. And they have given cloud database access directly when you're purchasing the software. They'll give you a database access to, so based on your request. And in the trial version also we will get a one database access, sample one, and designer access, nothing but developer. I said application creations and everything will be possible from the designer. Okay. And apart from that, you can see system logs. When you are an admin, so you could, if it is a cloud account also, if you are an admin, you can able to access all kind of logs. So like performance logs, Tomcat server yesterday I said, right? So by default, Tomcat is there. Right now, I don't have an admin access. I couldn't able to access the logs. But you can see, if you have an admin account, you can able to access all kind of logs. You can no need to ask to admin in the case of cloud account. In the case of on-premise, you won't get this access directly. You should ask to admins so they can send through email or any other. So, here. And here, one more thing. So quick apps designer. So it is like you want creation within a seconds or within a minute. Instead of you don't know anything about APN, you want to create an application within 5 minutes, 2 minutes. So basic prototype will be created. So using a quick apps designer. So we don't use here. If you want to create basic application with the normal things, automatically it will generate few objects for you. Okay, like one action, one record, one report like that. So you can use quick apps designer. That's what they have named as quick app. You can create application within a minute. Okay? Quickly you can generate an application. So apart from that, we have these all sites. So we have an alternate for the tempo. Tempo has a 5 tabs, right? So I don't want 5 tabs. So can I add extra tab here? No, it's impossible. So in this case, what is an alternate to go? So there is a concept called site. So you can navigate to the site. You can add a tabs. You can perform any kind of operations on the site from the developer port. So once it is done, you can give access the site to the end user. So end user can access the site instead of tempo in some cases, in some projects. Clear? So
Rishi,
this
can
is
you
how,
please show us by adding a?
sorry,
Can you please show us how to add a tab
we have a
in the
con. We have here it's not possible in the tempo. In the tempo, it's impossible.
Okay.
Okay, we have a separate concept called site. There you can add. We have a concept of it.
Okay.
Okay, in tempo, it's impossible. So by default 5, so you can perform these 5 operations only.
Okay.
This is not
Thanks,
like 5.
Rishi. Thanks.
So this is about tempo, guys. So we don't have a time for now. So it's almost next 10 minutes. So we'll cover design tomorrow. So because it will take time. And after that, we'll discuss about objects, and then after we'll go for variables, and after variables, what next? So basic introduction of main two objects I'll introduce. So we'll start an application. So just confirm your names with your consultant, and so we'll continue from Monday or tomorrow. I'm not sure. So just ask the consultant. Based on that, I'll take a decision. Clear? So any questions here? Let me know. Once we create an application, so we'll get access. We'll share access. Or else, if you have any corporate ID, you can request from here. Clear? Any doubts on Tempo, what it contains, why it is? Let me know. Anyone? No? No questions? Oh, super.
Rishi?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you have told that in Actions tab or News in Records tab, you
Hmm.
will be having an option to send to the particular person. This task is assigned to you. Please complete. In the
Yes,
news tab.
yes. No, no, from here.
So okay, is
The
it like
news
an
tab.
SLA? Yeah, is it like an SLA?
Yeah, because don't compare with Pega guys. I don't want to. Okay. It's not like because you can assign the task to some other person or some other group. So there is a deadline so you can configure it on top of the process. That's I can say I don't want to compare with Pega.
Okay.
Okay? So don't take it in the mind always to compare Pega, or you will get confusion always. So SLA is
Okay.
different. This is a different.
Like SLAs, any concepts is there in Appian?
No, yeah, we have a deadlines, but it will show on the task.
Okay.
So we have to configure manually. So that will be shown on the task.
Okay. That we can configure in Flow itself. I hope so.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the flow, in the process flow itself, we have to configure that.
Okay. So, two types of flows are there: process flow and any other flow.
Process flow. And here there is no kind of thing. It's a different.
Only process flow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Pega, is there is any two flows?
Yes, yes. Process flow and stream flow.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, compare with Pega. It's completely
Okay.
different. This is completely different.
No, just rectifying that's it.
Yeah.
Clearing
Because I
that.
know Pega, that's what if you compare that, again, you get confusion.
Okay.
Just come with empty mind and just explore in this tool itself.
Okay.
You'll get good subject.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other about these 5 tabs, what it contains and all. No, I didn't get your emails and phone numbers, guys. Because otherwise, I could have shared this running notes. So I'll save daily this running notes. For sometimes whatever time I'll say it to you, your emails. Then that would be like a reference purpose. It would be useful.
Yeah, Rishi, we have sent our mails and details yesterday in this GoToMeeting
Yeah,
chat
I
box.
got. Yeah, I got only few. So I'm waiting for all. Sorry, no problem. So we'll share by evening today.
Yeah, okay.
So if anyone is missing, share their details like email,